The Idries Shah Foundation podcast. Practical psychology for today. Featuring the works of Idries Shah, narrated by David Ault. Welcome to the Idries Shah Foundation podcast. This is the 7th in our series of selections made by the members of our Facebook group. It comes from Tales of the Dervishes and is entitled The Man with the Inexplicable Life. There was once a man named Mojud. He lived in a town where he had obtained a post as a small official, and it seemed likely that he would end his days as inspector of weights and measures. One day, when he was walking through the gardens of an ancient building near his home, Hida, the mysterious guide of the Sufis, appeared to him dressed in shimmering green. Hida said, "Man of bright prospects, leave your work and meet me at the riverside in 3 days' time." Then he disappeared. Mojud went to his superior in trepidation and said that he had to leave. Everyone in the town soon heard of this, and they said, "Poor Mojud, he has gone mad." But as there were many candidates for his job, they soon forgot him. On the appointed day, Mojud met Hida, who said to him, "Tear your clothes and throw yourself into the stream. Perhaps someone will save you." Mojud did so, even though he wondered if he were mad. Since he could swim, he did not drown, but drifted a long way before a fisherman hauled him into his boat, saying, "Foolish man, the current is strong. What are you trying to do?" Mojud said, "I do not really know." "You are mad," said the fisherman, "but I will take you into my reed hut by the river yonder, and we shall see what can be done for you." When he discovered that Mojud was well spoken, he learned from him how to read and write. In exchange, Mojud was given food and helped the fisherman with his work. After a few months, Hida again appeared, this time at the foot of Mojud's bed, and said, "Get up now and leave this fisherman. You will be provided for." Mojud immediately quit the hut, dressed as a fisherman, and wandered about until he came to a highway. As dawn was breaking, he saw a farmer on a donkey on his way to market. "Do you seek work?" asked the farmer. "Because I need a man to help me bring back some purchases." Mojud followed him. He worked for the farmer for nearly 2 years, by which time he had learned a great deal about agriculture, but little else. One afternoon, when he was baling wool, Hida appeared to him and said, "Leave that work, walk to the city of Mosul, and use your savings to become a skin merchant." Mojud obeyed. In Mosul he became known as a skin merchant, never seeing Hida while he plied his trade for 3 years. He had saved quite a large sum of money and was thinking of buying a house, when Hida appeared and said, "Give me your money. Walk out of this town as far as distant Samarkand, and work for a grocer there." Mojud did so. Presently he began to show undoubted signs of illumination. He healed the sick, served his fellow men in the shop and during his spare time, and his knowledge of the mysteries became deeper and deeper. Clerics, philosophers, and others visited him and asked, "Under whom do you study?" "It is difficult to say," said Mojud. His disciples asked, "How did you start your career?" He said, "As a small official." "And you gave it up to devote yourself to self-mortification?" "No, I just gave it up." They did not understand him. People approached him to write the story of his life. "What have you been in your life?" they asked. "I jumped into a river, became a fisherman, then walked out of his reed hut in the middle of one night. After that I became a farmhand. While I was baling wool, I changed and went to Mosul, where I became a skin merchant. I saved some money there but gave it away. Then I walked to Samarkand, where I worked for a grocer, and this is where I am now." "But this inexplicable behaviour throws no light upon your strange gifts and wonderful examples," said the biographers. "That is so," said Mawjud. So the biographers constructed for Mawjud a wonderful and exciting history, because all saints must have their story, and the story must be in accordance with the appetite of the listener, not with the realities of the life. And nobody is allowed to speak of Khidr directly. That is why this story is not true. It is a representation of a life. This is the real life of one of the greatest Sufis. Sheikh Ali Farmadi, died 1078, regarded this tale as important in illustrating the Sufi belief that the invisible world is at all times, at various places, interpenetrating ordinary reality. Things, he says, which we take to be inexplicable are in fact due to this intervention. Furthermore, people do not recognize the participation of this world in our own because they believe that they know the real cause of events. They do not. It is only when they can hold in their mind the possibility of another dimension sometimes impinging upon the ordinary experiences that this dimension can become available to them. The Sheikh is the 10th Sheikh and teaching master of the Khwajagan masters, later to be known as the Naqshbandi Way. This version is from the 17th century manuscript of Lala Anwar, Hikayat-i Abdalan, Tales of the Transformed Ones. This audio is made available by the Idries Shah Foundation and is copyright 2019. All rights reserved.